Hey y'all, welcome back. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Welcome back to Monday Magic, y'all. I'm your host and your reader, Mark. Yeah, happy September, y'all. I'm excited. Um, it's my birth month. My birthday is September 25th. Shout out Libra Gang. Um, but yeah, September always is a time of like, I don't know, things always tend to come in. And it's like, even if like previous months have felt a little slow or, just not as fluid and like a bunch of things moving and going on, September always comes in and ushers in like new energy. So I'm excited. September 1st, I'm excited to see what's in store, honestly. Um, yeah, I'm feeling harvest. Harvest is coming in, fall is coming in. So I'm excited to see this shift as things go from, summer into fall. I feel like there's going to be so much in store for all of us. So, but yeah, without further ado, you already know how we get things started here. We're going to do a little bit of presence practice. We're going to do our breath work, and then we're going to go right into our body scan. And then we'll see what's up with the magic. We'll get right into it. So, you know how we get going. Get our little wave going, get our wiggles in. Introduce some motion into your body. Just, get the energy flowing. Get loose. Yeah. And then when you feel pretty good, you got a good amount of, movement going, go ahead and close your eyes if you can. And then with the inhales and the exhales, make sure your exhales are longer than your inhales. That promotes relaxation. So when you inhale, inhale all the way deep down to the belly, hold at the top, and then exhale as slow as you can. Let's get going. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you're inhaling all the abundance, the magic, all the good energy, and your exhale. On the exhale, you're releasing all that no longer serves you, and any stagnant energy or anything that's just non-alignment to your highest path. Again, inhale. Exhale. Make sure you're pulling that energy up on the inhale. Feel the energy going from down all the way up your spine, all the way to the top of your head. And then exhale and let it flow back down. Your intention and your awareness is everything in these type of things, and just moving energy in general. So inhale. Exhale. In through your nose and out through your mouth. I forgot to say that in the beginning. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And go ahead and introduce some more movement into your body. Get a nice neck roll going. And then when you feel good, just find your center again. And then we're going to get going with the body scan. We're going to start at the top of the head. And when I call out each body part or area of the body, just place your awareness there. Don't think about it. Don't do anything. Just place your awareness there. If you notice any tension or any stuck energy, just use your awareness to release it and let it go, and to invite relaxation and just peace and stillness into your body. And when I call the body parts out, like for instance, if I say your cheeks or your mouth, go ahead and check in with your teeth and your tongue and other things within in that area. Don't limit it to just what I call out, but just, things on the surface and deeper. So start with the top of the head. Then your forehead. Then your nose. your cheeks, then your ears, your mouth, your chin, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your back, your chest, your stomach, your waist, your butt, your groin area, your upper legs, like your thighs, your hamstrings, your hands, your fingers, your knees, your lower legs, your shins and your calves, your feet, and then we're going to finish off with your toes. And when you're done, go ahead and give them a little wiggle. And then give yourself a little rock back and forth. Something that feels nice. And then before you open your eyes, go ahead and express some gratitude. You don't have to do it out loud. You can do it in your head or however you choose to, or just really just feel it. But yeah, just express gratitude 3 times. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Oh 08 as I open my eyes. That was so nice. Yeah, I'm always so grateful for that. And it's like I forget just how good it feels until this moment every week. Like when I come out of it, I'm like, oh, wow, outside is calmer and the colors are more vivid. It's really nice. Let me know how you guys feel after the presence practice. Does it really hit for you guys too? Do you guys feel better and come out of it like more rejuvenated and feeling better? How does the environment change? Because I know it's like, I don't know, the environment always seems different than when I go into it. It seems to match me. Like I come out more calm, and I notice that like my environment seems to be more calm. It's just interesting because it's a teaching and it's a knowing that circulates the spiritual community in general. Just how our experience is being projected from the inside out, and through presence practice, I feel like I always come face to face with that reality because it never fails. Never fails. I always come out, it's always more calm than it was when I went in. So, yeah, something to think about and keep in mind. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Definitely grateful for you all as this community continues to grow. And yeah, it's just the actualization of a vision, and it means a lot to me. And you all being here is just affirmation of all the work I've done and my existence and everything I've known in my 28 years of living, and that feeling inside of me that's never gone away, and that burning urge and passion for helping people and showing up for the world and leading by example and just being a true light. Your presence here is just the biggest affirmation of that. And yeah, I just always want to make sure I express gratitude and that you guys truly feel just how important you all are to me, just by existing and just by continuing to show up for yourselves and just continuing to become and continuing to, yeah, just continue. And it means a lot. Even on the days when you just show up and that's it, you made it through the day, like, thank you for that, because, you know, your light is needed. And you being you authentically is needed, no matter what that looks like at any given time. So, yeah. I don't mean to get all sappy on y'all, but I really love y'all, and I really appreciate y'all so much. And I hope you guys understand that I really mean that. And yeah, it's never performative. It's never nothing. It's just true. It's just me, and I really feel that way. So, thank you. Hey, I found myself shuffling tarot, so that's where we'll get started today. At some point, we'll switch into the oracle. Those messages are always really cool, and I always enjoy the contrast between the tarot messages and then the ones from the oracle cards that I made. So, hell yeah. Let's see what's in store. What's in store this week? September 1st. Huge. I already know it's going to be big things. So I'm hearing harvest. I meditated before I came out here, and I left like a minute or so open to get channeled messages. 3 of Wands. It's time to go. But I left a minute to get channeled messages, just a couple small nuggets, anything that wanted to come through to remember to bring to you guys. And what came through was 444. It was loud and clear in first. Then SpongeBob came through as an energy. And then crystals, and then more specifically selenite. So yeah, look into selenite and maybe look into getting some. And if you have some, keep it close right now. Yeah, there's something about that energy that is ready to be used this week and wants to be used by us this week. So yeah, those are the things that came through. I'm definitely gonna, do that more often. Just open myself up into, bring as much through as possible for you guys. Yeah, as for whether it be clarification or messages themselves or guidance, whatever comes through. Yeah, there's never too much spirit, Let's see what just flew out. Oh, and of course, off to a great start, the sun. I'm hearing baby. I'm hearing the universe's baby. I'm hearing crawl before you walk. There's a new chapter here, and the guidance here is just to not get lost in it and not try to go too fast. Understand that it's not going anywhere. 1313 as I say that. Understand that you're here, and this is, this is your reality. This is what you've been creating, what you've been working towards. This is the fruits of your labor. This is the next part of your path. And understand that it's yours. And there's no rush. There's no need to worry about messing it up. Take your time. Crawl. Do baby things. Get a lay of the land. There's no rush to grow up in this space. Understand that you have plenty of time to get acclimated, and you're going to make the most of it no matter what. There's no messing it up. So understand that, take your time, enjoy it, play a little, toss things around, try things just to see what they do, see if you're interested in them. There's no rush. So take your time, enjoy the experience, and understand that through enjoying the experience, through allowing this experience to be fresh and to be gentle with you, and by being gentle with yourself, it will continue to be fruitful, and you'll stay in the right energy to continue to be attractive to the energies and the experiences that you want, the ones that match this reality that you now find yourself in. So congratulations and welcome to your new beginnings, and enjoy it. And don't miss out on the magic by trying to capture lightning in a bottle and keep it, close and trying to make sure it never goes anywhere. Just enjoy it, flow with it. Be grateful for it every step of the way. And that's how you truly maximize it, by being present with it. So, okay, we all to a great start. The sun to begin the reading. And I told y'all that's the type of energy we're in. things are kicking up, things are progressing, and the momentum has been amazing. Yeah, this past week, the energies were very potent. I feel like, in both ways, like I feel like at one of the days I felt like I was grieving, and yeah, and it just, I don't know, it felt like I was shedding, and yeah, it just felt like a grieving process. It felt like a death and rebirth. I even found myself getting rid of old clothes and some old shoes and giving them to my grandma to send to Haiti, and just clearing out space and, you know, shedding dead weight from past lives and versions of me that are no longer here. And I feel like that's been the energy. And now to see this reading start off with the son, the baby, it's like, yeah, last week did have a little bit of death energy to it. And it doesn't surprise me to see that we're kicking this off September 1st, and the first card is being, you know, the sun. So I'm excited to see what else comes out. Yeah, outside feels really good. It's pretty quiet. Yeah, definitely my speed right now. Oh, Page of Swords. I mean, get out into the field, have some fun. Yeah, there's just a lighthearted energy about this reading so far. It's like, don't take things too seriously. Understand that play is a part of the program, play is a part of the mission. And through play, you'll discover the most important parts of the mission. Because through play, you're in the flow. You're not super hands-on, you're not trying to control everything. You're not worrying about everything. You're not creating your world through chaotic energy by getting lost in your mind. You know, you're just playing, you're having fun. You're enjoying yourself. Things are light, things are perfect. There's nowhere else you'd rather be because you're lost in this present moment. And in that energy is how everything that makes you feel that way can manifest in your reality. That's exactly the perfect time for those things to come through. You know, the job that makes you feel like you're at play, the finances that make you feel like, wow, you can play all day, you can create your life the way you want. Understand that all those things are products of you being in this energy, because you only attract what you are, things that are a vibratory match. So if you want things that make you feel like this, you have to prioritize feeling like this now. You don't wait till you get them to go feel like this. You look around your reality, you're like, okay. Because there's things around your reality that make you feel this way, just based on what you like and what you know, as you've lived your life. So understand that you have to prioritize these things, that these are not luxuries, these are not like, you know, things that you get to do once all your hard work is done. Like, no, understand that this should be priority number one, because this is how you create the life you want. So understand that you have to create time to be like that, to be in that energy, that playful energy, that joyous energy. You have to prioritize it the way you prioritize work. Understand that that's very important in creating your life how you want to. Because if you're only doing things you don't want to do, if you're only, you know, just surviving, you're sending out the energetic instructions to the universe that that's how you want your life to be. Like that's how you prioritize. That's what you prioritize. It's going to give you what you are. So if you're sending the message that this is what's most important to me, surviving and being able to get by, and that's more important to me than, you know, being fulfilled, living in purpose, enjoying the things in life that are meant for me to enjoy. If you send out that information to the universe, it's gonna send you back that, because that's what you're asking for. You can ask for things all day, but your actions and the choices you make is really where your magic lies, and where the decisions are really being made, where your order is really being placed. So make sure that across the board you're sending out an accurate message to the universe, and that your order reflects what you actually want. So yeah, please prioritize play, prioritize yourself, prioritize your self-care. Treat yourself like you're the most important thing in your universe, and your universe will treat you like you're the most important thing in the universe. Like we said earlier, it all starts within and gets projected outwards. So make sure the way you're living matches how you want your life to treat you back. If you don't put yourself first, don't expect life to put you first. Oh, death. I feel like that just clicked home for someone. Um, yeah, I'm hearing stagnant. I'm also hearing back to the drawing board. Um, this feels like someone's holding on to something that's not working. Feels like someone's holding on to something that's clearly trying to leave their experience. You know, like maybe you've been doing a job for a really long time, or you've had this business for a long time, um, but it hasn't been the same as it was when it was in alignment with you. You know, like maybe once upon a time, maybe a couple years ago, business was booming. It felt like you were living in your purpose, and it was helping you. You know, there was just so much alignment. There was that flow. There was everything. If you knew, like, okay, yes, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But now, fast forward to today, it may not be that same way. You know, maybe you're struggling to get clients, or maybe when you do get clients, they're not satisfied with the work, or maybe you're just not as passionate about it anymore. Now it's not as easy to show up for. Maybe you show up and you're like, I really don't want to do this, but it's my bread and butter. It's, you know, how I'm sustaining myself, so I have to show up. Understand that the call is to let this go. Understand that you have to follow that spark within you. The way it felt before when things was booming, understand that that's how it's supposed to feel when you're in alignment. Understand that, yeah, that feeling in which you did that thing or did this thing, that feeling that, you know, that abundant feeling you had and that alignment you felt, and you felt like you were in the right place and you were doing exactly what you're supposed to do, that energy, doing it with that energy is what allowed it to be successful. So once it stopped feeling that way, it was time to, you know, look yourself in the mirror, start to question, okay, is this still in alignment to who I am? Have I changed? Has my desires changed? Have my passions changed? Is this allowing me to live out my purpose as it once was? And I get the indicator that it's not anymore. And it's time to allow this to die, and yeah, and allow through that to create the space for the next thing, for your next move, for the thing that puts you back into alignment and allows you to continue to walk in your purpose. But understand that this feeling's not gonna go away. It may feel like, you know, like, oh, it's just a slow season, or, you know, like things will pick back up, you know, eventually. You just gotta keep showing up. But understand that, and I feel like you already understand, part of you already knows that this is not where your heart is anymore. And that, you know, it died a while ago, but you're just holding on to it because you feel like you have to, or because, you know, it serves its purpose in your life based on what you feel like it's been serving. So understand that you can honor yourself. You can allow this thing to pass, and you can, you know, trust yourself and your path to continue to show up, and understand that death is a transition. Whatever is taken away will be replaced with something better and more in alignment to you. So let it go. Understand that it's very freeing. It will be very freeing. The heaviness that you feel by continuing to drag this thing along and by continuing to show up for it when you don't want to show up for it, and your heart's just not there, understand that that heaviness will go away. And through that heaviness going away, that will create space for inspiration to find you. That will create space for, you know, for you to be like, what do I feel like doing? And through that exploration of yourself, exploration of, you know, your outer world that you now have space and time to explore, you will come into your next thing. And that's what this is all for anyway. Nothing's wrong. It's just time for you to go into your next thing. And it's waiting for you, and it's been waiting for you. And yeah, just embrace it and understand that it's gonna be more of you than even this last thing was. And you're gonna love it just as much, and it's gonna bring you even more fulfillment. And there's no reason to be afraid or worried about it. It is unknown, and it may be a little out of your comfort zone, but in the end, when you look back, you'll be like, wow, yep, that was the right decision. I'm really glad I did that. So yeah, embrace it. And the Empress on the bottom. And this just feels like confidence, like have confidence in yourself. Relax, you know, enjoy, like I was saying earlier, invite some play in, and just enjoy yourself, enjoy the world around you. Enjoy this life that you've created for yourself thus far. Because best believe there's miracles and there's blessings all around you right now that are the product of the work you've done before. Yes, there's always somewhere else to be. There's always further to go. You know, we're We're the type of people who are always striving for greatness and want to maximize our experience here on this planet and want to, experience everything that's here for us. And that's okay, but understand that where you are right now is perfectly fine too. And there's enough in your environment to live a life worth living. You always have enough. You always have exactly what you need. And as long as you keep that awareness, life will always be good for you. And that doesn't mean hard things won't pop up, but if you keep the right perspective, that everything that shows up for you is for your evolution, and that you always have everything you need to be okay at any given time, life will reflect that for you, and you'll reflect that to yourself, for yourself. And that being said, I'm hearing law of assumption. Definitely look into that if you feel called to. There's definitely some correlation between what the energy I'm feeling right now and the law of assumption. So, and this Four of Cups, this feels like, this feels like not really embracing your environment, kind of like we were just talking about, as far as like at any given time, there's enough around you in your environment. There's enough at your disposal to be utilized to have a life worth living at any given moment. Yes, don't get lost in waiting on things to show up for you and your manifestations that you're waiting to come in. Understand that, yes, get clear on those and set those intentions out and work towards them, but be detached from them enough for them to come in. You don't want to be stuck in lack because you're waiting for them to come in order to enjoy your life, or you're always, like you're going to be happy then, because understand that being in that energy just affirms that you don't have it now. And by continuing to affirm you don't have it now, you will continue to not have it now. So understand that you have to get out of this energy, get clear on what you want and let it go, and then go do something that matches that vibration of what you're trying to bring in. If you're trying to manifest a house and it makes you feel safe and it makes you feel supported and warm, go do something. Once you get clear on that and you set that manifestation out into the universe, go do something that makes you feel warm and supported and loved now. Whether that be just go cuddle up with a pillow and watch your favorite childhood movie. That'll help you get into the energy of this future that you're also trying to bring yourself into. Because by being it now, you attract in what you are. So you're gonna pull it right into you. So it's like, if you're trying to manifest something that makes you feel excited, find ways to make yourself feel excited now. Prioritize experiences that make you feel excited now. And understand that when you're doing that and in those states, that you're fast tracking your manifestations. You're attracting them right into your life. So understand that you become by being. You attract by being what you're trying to attract as well. So prioritize emotional states that match the experiences you're trying to have and the things you're trying to bring in for yourself. So understand that you have the power, and don't spend your power manifesting your worries. Don't spend your power manifesting more lack. Your awareness is your superpower. Your energy is your superpower. And where your attention goes, your energy flows. So understand, if you're always paying attention to things that make you feel less than, that your energy will flow into things that make you feel less than, and you will continue to attract things that make you feel less than. So it's not delusional to spend your time being happy all the time or prioritizing the things that make you feel happy and fulfilled. That's in your best interest. So yeah, definitely remember that. And to always, at the end of the day, when you're reflecting back on how your day was, think back to how much time you spent in the energy that matches your highest timeline, your highest life, your dream life. How much of today did I spend in an energy that feels like the life I want to live? How much of today did I spend excited? How much of today did I feel taken care of? How much of today did I spend feeling loved and abundant and rich? How much of today did I feel like I didn't need anything, that I had everything, that I was just literally love and light in the universe? And if as that percentage gets higher, I guarantee you'll look around and your life will continue to match that. It'll have no choice but to mold around that, because that's the energetic transmission that you're putting out. And we're big magnets, and that's just how it goes. So prioritize yourself, prioritize things that make you feel good, and understand that your universe and your reality will prioritize things that make you feel good as well. So. Strength. This one's a repeat offender. This one loves to come out on Monday Magic. Be strong. Understand that this is your world. Do not feel like, don't spend your time in your reality feeling disempowered, feeling hopeless, feeling like you're at the mercy of circumstance and all these outer forces. Understand that your reality starts within. Yes, there's the collective. Yes, there's these experiences that happen, that we all experience on the outside. But understand that your reality starts within. And I'm seeing a visual of like seeing the same people all over again, or over and over again, or like those things that make you say, "Wow, it's a small world." And it's like when you think about it, the world's not small at all. Like the odds of continuing to run into the same person that you don't know, or the odds of this person knowing this person that you knew back in the day, and then you just so happen to now you're at this place and you meet them, and like, oh wow, I grew up with this person. Like the odds of that are not that high, So understand that all that is proof of just how much of our reality is really created by us and dependent on who we are. It's not a bunch of coincidence, because it's like, think about how many people there are in the world. Like the odds of you just continuing to bump into one person, or to always be in this place as this person, or to know the same people as, people from completely different places, it's like not very high. So to say it's a coincidence is like, I don't know, that feels delusional to me. And it's like, yeah, understand that your reality starts with you, and there's so much proof of that. So definitely understand your power. Understand that you have a say, and understand that your vibration and your frequency and your thoughts, all that creates your experiences and the things that you attract in, and that the things you attract in are in resonance to who you are at any given time. Another thing I'm hearing, and another example I'm seeing, is like when you have a bad day, and how bad days tend to get worse, unless you pull yourself out of them. One thing happens, and then, maybe you get stuck in traffic, and now, you're in a bad mood, and then boom, somebody cuts you off and it makes it worse. Or then you go into work, and then boom, maybe somebody's in your parking spot, and it just continues to get worse. And then, maybe you go on a late lunch, and then you go to lunch and the line's long. So by the time you actually get your food, and then now you only got like 10 minutes left in your break, and you don't even have time to eat it. And it just compounds and compounds and compounds and compounds. And then you're like, wow, it's easy to miss it and to discount it. It's like, wow, today was just a bad day. But it's like, it only started with like one moment, and then you allowed it to become bigger, and you allowed it to like exist and grow and grow. You kept feeding it energy, more negative energy, and you continue to affirm it by like, oh wow, today's so bad. Like that's an affirmation. Boom, that's a thought that has power, that has energy, that manifests. And it's like, and it just continued to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's like like the same thing with a good day. When it's like, oh my God, this day just keeps getting better. And it's like, started off just this small, like one thing, like maybe you woke up on time, or you started with a motivational video and it had you pumped. And it set the tone for the day. So now you're in traffic, you're listening to music, it's bumping, it sounds good. So now you're in a good mood. And now boom, somebody, the driver, and then you notice that boom, they let you in. And you're like, oh wow, people are so nice today. And it's like, boom, you're still going, you're feeling good. Now you're letting somebody in and you feel good about that. And then, and it just compounds, and then you get to work, and then you're in a good mood. So now you're smiling, you're waving at people, and then they're returning the energy, and they're smiling, they're waving. And then your boss feeds off that, and he gives you a compliment. Wow, you've been doing so good at work lately. And you're like, wow, now you feel seen. And it's just that's the power of your vibration. That's the power of your state at any given time in your reality. And that's just more proof about how your reality starts within. Because just like that bad day, it didn't have to keep going. At any point, you could have been like, okay, let me get a handle of my vibration. I see, like, okay, I'm starting to see, like, I'm kind of shaky. I'm a little shaky. My reality is mirroring back to me my inner state of shakiness. And that's all it is. It's just information. If you're like, dang, what's going on? This is all terrible today. It's like, oh, wait, actually, wow, I do feel kind of, it's just an indicator. It's just mirroring back to your inner state. So it's like, understand that at any point, you could be like, all right, let me breathe, let me do my presence practice, come out, things will be a little calmer, I'll feel a little better, and I can go back into my reality and start moving again. And I guarantee you, things will pick up. It'll feel like a fresh start, and it doesn't have to continue to get worse. It doesn't have to just be a bad day because it started with a bad moment. So understand that it can be like that. And you have a choice. And your reality starts within. So never forget that. You have the strength. And you're infinite. You're a multidimensional being. And you know that. You know who you are. You know your strength. So just remember at any given time and continue to be mindful. That being said, Three of Wands. Remember this popped up earlier when one of the first cards when I said, what did I say? It's time to move, I think. It's time to move. Our ships are here to come get us. I'm getting the feeling like we've been in a state where we've been doing the work. We've been getting clear on what we wanted. We've been doing the work. We've been not even just getting clear on what we wanted to where we're just sitting, but like we've been getting clear on it. We've been going back and working. We've been going back to the drawing board and, getting clear to perfect the formula. And now we've perfected it. And now it's time to bring it back to society. So now the ships are here, our ride's here to come get us. It's like, oh yeah, we had to leave him alone so he could work on this thing and get it perfect. He had to be, in his zone. We couldn't no distractions. Maybe he had to do it, isolated in order to get clear and to get the best product possible. But now it's like, oh, it's time to come get you. And now you got to unveil what you've been working on to the world. And it's time to do that. And you see there's flowers on this wand right here. The time over there has been fruitful. It hasn't been for nothing. He's coming back bearing information, bearing gifts, bearing light to share with the rest of the world. And also that popped up, Two of Swords, which is giving me just the energy of trusting your path and trusting the darkness and not being afraid of the darkness. Understanding that darkness has no power of its own. Like darkness itself isn't a thing, Darkness and light are a spectrum, and darkness is just, light. Like I was gonna say the lack of light, but there is no lack of light. It's just your awareness of it, like the presence of it. It's there, but you're aware of a lot less of it, rather than when it's over here and the light is bright and super bright, but it's on the lighter end of the spectrum. But that's darkness. Darkness isn't its own thing. Light isn't like the absence of darkness. That's not how that works. Light is a thing itself, and darkness is just on the lesser end of that spectrum. So understand that, yeah, that's just how, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but understand, don't be afraid of the darkness. Understand that everything is as it should be. Understand that darkness is light, and that the only thing difference is your awareness of it. And if you're able to keep the awareness of, okay, like things seem dark, I can't see anywhere in front of me, but I know that light is always present. Light is what's real. Light is forever around. If I can keep that knowing when it gets dark around, I can continue to show up as I need to. And I don't have to miss a beat. I don't have to get all scared and beat down or be concerned about what's waiting around the corner, because I can understand that what's around the corner is more light. What's around the bend is more light. Anything that pops up is more light, just in a different form. And that everything is light. And if you reduce everything down, you're going to get back to light. So understand that there's nothing to be afraid of. So show up as you're called to, and understand that you're going to be all right. And you've been working and you've learned everything you've needed to learn up to this point to be successful when you step back into society, when you bring back your findings, when you share with the world all that you've been learning, all that you've been cultivating. And yeah, enjoy the process of doing so. Don't allow it to just be work. If it's really been something you've literally been working on, maybe, you've been working on a book or something like that. Understand, enjoy the process of bringing it to the world. Yes, you want to get to as many people as you can. There's going to be marketing, and you're going to have to get posts together and that whole nine. But understand that, inject play into that. Have fun. It's part of the process as well. Make it as fun as you can, however you can, And understand that energy is going to make the impact that much more fruitful, because the energy in which you do things affects the energy in which you get the payout from it. So if you do it like, understand the payout is going to be, but if you do it with excitement, like, oh my God, I'm ready to go get this to everybody, I'm ready for everybody to read my book. I'm ready to show up and to have these conversations with these people and to shine my light as many people as possible. Understand that that's the energy that you do that with is going to come back just like that, with that type of light, with that type of energy and that type of amplification. So understand that be aware of your energy at any given time and the energy in which you're doing things, because that's going to determine what you get back. And if you want to get back high vibrational results, you have to put out high vibrational energy. It all starts with you, and that's the constant. And it all comes back to you. And that's humbling, but it's also empowering, you know, because it puts the power back in your hand. You don't have to be at the mercy of other people or hoping somebody comes give you your big break. You can give yourself your big break. You can get your energy right and move with intention and literally move your reality however you want to move it. If you focus on your energy right, and if you foster your energy in yourself the right way, if you focus it and you can, you know, laser focus it and point it and maneuver how you need to, you'll get the results you want to, and your life will match, and your results will match everything you want, because you're moving as a well-oiled machine. Mind, heart, body, soul, everything moving in one accord of intention, love, and light, and and in accordance to free will of all and what's good for everyone. You can't lose that way. You'll be moving through life like a video game. It'll be like a cheat code. So yeah, with any of this stuff, if you don't know where to start, always start with you. Getting to know yourself, building that connection with yourself, and understand that that's where your reality is projected from. So that's the best place to get clear. That's the best place to go back home to and anchor into when everything starts to get crazy outside. Be like, okay, let me go to my inner world and like see what's going on there. And if you find that it matches your outer experience, then yes, that's where you need to work. Start the work there and then allow it to bleed outward. But yeah, it always starts with you, and you have the power. So yeah, embrace it and take your power back and create your life how you want to. And pour into yourself, because you deserve it. And your life depends on it, literally. So prioritize it as much as you can. Seven of Wands popped out. And I'm just saying, stand your ground. And this means just be confident in yourself. If you feel strongly about something, own that you feel strongly about it. There's no need to allow people to, you know, to push you this way or that way. If you feel this way, proudly own it and understand that the energy that puts out, you standing on that, affects your reality as well. And affects, because when you have confidence in your world's gonna react to it like you have that confidence. If you move like, I know this, I know I'm this, I can create my life the way I want to create it. I know how my life works. I'm in tune with my guidance. I'm in alignment to my highest path. Understand that your world will reflect that. But if you move and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'm in alignment, I don't know, we'll see, like, I don't know, things tend to just, my life's crazy and random. Understand, if you move like that, that's how your reality will move. So every time you get the opportunity to own your power, to move in confidence in what you believe and what you know, understand that that's practice. And that's also sending out the energetic transmission to the universe to move accordingly. Oh, okay. Oh, he knows what he wants. She's not playing around. She knows that she's abundant. She knows that life is going to take care of her. Let's make sure it takes care of her. It's going to match. So make sure you're moving with that confidence, you're moving with that knowing, and you're leading like that. Do not allow the doubt to creep in. Don't be tentative. Don't be passive. Don't be docile in your life. Move with confidence. Practice. I'm hearing, like, look in the mirror, get your posture right. Get clear on how you want to appear in the world, how you want to move in the world. If you at your full confidence moves like this, you need to be moving like this. Every time you catch yourself like this, fix it immediately, because you're not sending out the right message, the proper message to the world. You're not attracting the proper things. If you know that your dream reality, you move like this, chin held high, head up, ready to meet life head on, make sure you're moving like that and check in with yourself. And whenever you catch yourself like this, fix it. Right back to it. And after a while, it's going to be weird at first. You're going to find yourself like this all day. But after a while, you're going to be cool. You're going to realize, like, that's your new normal. You're going to check in with yourself and be like, oh, I'm walking correctly. And understand that bleeds into everything. You're going to see that confidence in everything you do. And it's like those little changes bleed into everything, especially when you're intentional and you're aware. Understand that nothing happens in a vacuum. You start moving confidently, you become more confident. Hey, what's up? Oh, wow, the chat's working this week. That's so exciting. Welcome to Monday Magic. I really appreciate you being here. But understand that you walking with that confidence bleeds into how you feel. You start to feel confident. You start to do things with confidence, and understand that you become a confident person. And it's like, wow, all I did was start with my posture. Or you start with anything you feel like will is something that's that matches in resonance with your confident self, or your successful self, or whatever self you're trying to embody and become. You have to become by being. So understand that, yeah, start however you can. If your posture is a good start there. If the way you talk is a good start and your word choice is a good start there. However you can inject that confident energy into yourself and start to build on it, it will become that's the seed that will become the tree of whatever you're trying to plant. So if you're trying to plant a confidence tree, start with something. Your posture, that's a good start. But yeah, that can be applicable with anything. If it's courage, then you could start with just saying bold things, making bold claims. I'm going to do this week, and owning it publicly to where, like other people are waiting on it. So now they're going to hold you accountable if you don't do it. So now it's like, boom, you're going to do it. And it's like, yeah, I said I'd do it. I knew I would do it, because you know yourself. You have that will power. You have that strength over yourself, and you're able to show up just simply because you said you would. And understand that as you do that enough times, you'll realize like, wow, like I'm this courageous person, I'm this bold person. And it's like, yeah, you become by being. So this week, definitely find ways to inject the energy of what you're trying to create. And that continues to be the message. So I'm going to keep driving home every time it comes up. This is just a collective reading, but I do offer personals. Like if you want to book a session, I have a link in my bio, and you just fill out the form. And then, because I offer a few different things, so it just depends on what you need, what your needs are. And then I reach out to you, and then we go from there. But yeah, this is our collective reading every Monday. Oh, death card on the bottom again. Yeah, a whole lot of rebirth, a whole lot of transitions. We're going to keep shifting. Hey, if we're doing this right, we're going to shift every card. Every message that comes up should shift us into the future. Should be a death of a former version of ourselves. The version of ourselves that didn't have the information, that didn't have this perspective, that didn't have this knowing, So it's like, if you're living right and you're continuing to evolve, death's going to be your best friend. But understand, rebirth comes right behind it. And evolution comes right behind it. Transformation comes right behind it. And everything you ever want comes right behind it. So don't be afraid of it. Let this be your favorite card. Just like Monday is your favorite day of the week now, We're turning everything on its head. We're taking all of this. Everything can empower you if you let it. Nothing has to be bad. Nothing has to be, negative unless you allow it to be. So we're on the move. 8 of Wands. We're not where we used to be. We're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, we may not be smack dab in the middle of our mansion, living, with our fountain in the front yard, We're still on our way to our dreams. We're still actualizing everything. It's still here for us. We don't see it yet, but it's here. But understand that we're floating right into it. We're flying. We're moving very fast. This is not a slow-moving car. This is not a slow-moving energy. I'm not telling you like, oh, stay faithful. 4 or 5 years from now, you can have everything you want. This is everything that's here now. Understand that this is the season. We're just grounding it in. So meet those opportunities head on. Be on the lookout for miracles. Be on the lookout for those opportunities of quantum shifts, those hands from the universe trying to pull you into the future that you've been creating. Understand that they're here and that this is us. We're flying fast. Be on the lookout. Don't sit here and move slow like, like this is something that's a 4-year process, 5-year, 10-year process. Understand that you're at any given time, like I say, you're only 15 seconds away from a whole new world. So you step outside your house, be on the lookout. And that don't mean run around, like to the point where you end up in a lack of energy, like you don't have it, like you're desperate. But understand that everything that pops up for you, be open to it as if this could be a miracle, That person who says, wow, who stops you to say something to you, who you lock eyes with, Look at them like they could be that miracle. Treat them like they are that miracle, and they are. Even if, it doesn't lead to an opportunity that makes you rich or whatever, maybe it's just you say hi and you keep it moving, but understand that you embracing them and treating them as the miracle they are, understand that gives you the energy to attract more miracles, to attract the miracles you're looking for. Because if you walk around in the energy of miracles are all around me, understand that miracles will be all around you. And they will match the miracles you want for yourself. And you'll be able to choose like they're growing on a tree, like this one's ready to pick, this one's ready to pick, and you can have your way with it. But understand that it starts within. We're on the move. Get clear. Now's the time. Don't wait too long. Understand that there's things waiting on you, and you're ready for so much. And I know you might have spent a long time feeling like one day, but understand that one day is turned to today, turned to now. The present moment is all you need to actualize your dreams. So please do it. And yeah, look, we're on the move. This was the other card that popped out. I didn't look at it. But Eight of Cups. We're leaving this. We're leaving these cups behind. It's not that they weren't good cups. They were great cups. But the time is up. Another death and rebirth, you know. We're leaving this behind. We got another big cup waiting on us. And look, we're being protected by the moon, our ancestors, our spirit guides, spirit itself. Understand that, yes, it's in the darkness when we're moving, but we understand that the light is forever present. And that there's light where we're going. And that we'll be okay. And that everything we ever want is on the other side of our fear, our hesitation, the illusions, and everything in our experiences that keep us stagnant, that keep us in the same place. We understand that at this point. We understand that the only way up is forward, through the darkness, through the fear, and that the only thing that is to be discovered is more of ourselves. We're on the move. And I hope you're ready, because it's coming in hot. And yeah, get clear right now. Get clear on where you're going. So when the things surface in your reality to get you there, you'll be able to recognize them. Wow, Monday's your favorite day of the week too? That's wild. It's my favorite day of the week. And yeah, it's my goal to make it everybody's favorite day of the week. You know, Mondays get a bad rap, but it's like there's always a newness to Mondays, a freshness. You know, people come off the weekend, you know, maybe they're not excited to go back to work, but they're not beat down, drained like they would be on like a Thursday because they've been there all week. So it's like everybody has like a fresh energy. They're fresh off having fun, spend time with their friends and family. Like the energy is just so nice on a Monday. And especially if you can keep the awareness to like see it and to embrace it for what it is. Yeah, Monday's a really nice day of the week. So hey, I see you, twin. Nah, you don't get how excited I am that the chat is working this week. The last few weeks it hasn't worked, and it's like afterwards I go and look when I'm reviewing the video and getting clips and things like that. I'll see a bunch of comments from people talking. I'm like, wow, I didn't see any of that. So I appreciate you being here. Oh, that's a great reason. Yeah, Moon Day. No, I love the moon too. That's my favorite celestial body too. So dang, that's dope. That's another connection. I never thought about that part. Yeah, I love nighttime. I love the darkness. There's something magical about it. Like my favorite time of day is 3 a.m., 2 a.m. like that time of night where the world's so quiet and it's like it just feels so magical. So yeah, me and the moon go together real bad. So hey, I guess that's another reason. Moon Day magic. But a card fell out, but Wheel of Fortune. The tables are turning. Yeah, I'm hearing fortune, like I just hear fortune over and over again. But it's like to the tone of like the cha-ching sound, like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Like you just hear the jackpot over and over again. It's like fortune. So yeah, this is it. I'm hearing money. Somebody's getting rich. Maybe all of us. Shit, we are rich. We're just actualizing it. We're just getting the physical proof of what we already know, what we already are. Yeah, just getting the physical manifestation of your abundance, the abundant energy you've been cultivating for so long. Your reality is shifting to match it. Understand that the tables are turning and that it's your time. It's time for you to receive, and that you've done the work and you've changed yourself so much that your reality has no choice but to reflect who you now are. And that's this process that's undergoing right now. The number 10 might be significant as well for you. Yeah, I'm seeing a $10 bill. I just heard I got 5 on it. Yeah, there's just a lot of money energy here. And not even just money, just the flowing of money. Like not being too tight on money or holding it tight or feeling like you have so much, but like also the energy of being willing to spend it, being willing to allow it to flow to create the experiences you want. Like I got 5 on it. Like you're willing to spend it, and to let it flow in order to create this experience for yourself and the people around you. And that's really dope because that's how you keep it coming. Money is just an energy, and Yeah, money doesn't want you to hold on to it tight like this. If it can't flow, it can't flow to you either. If you don't let it flow out, it can't flow back in. So then you're gonna have an imbalance. So definitely I'm also feeling called to remind you to allow money to flow. Like they have the saying, you gotta spend money to make money, and that's pretty true. And that doesn't mean just go frivolously spend it, but spend it in alignment to what you want. Utilize it as an energy, the same way you utilize your energy. You put your energy towards the things you want, towards things that make you feel whole, or at least you should be. You should be spending your energy that same way. So spend your money that way. Spend your money in places where it goes to people who value the causes you value, who are spending their money in alignment to who you are. You don't want to be spending your money in places where, like it's a corporation, they're doing a bunch of devastation to the environment, but you as a person, the environment is one of your chief purposes and causes. There's a disalignment. You know what I mean, but that's not aligned. So make sure that where you're spending your energy, where you're spending your money is in alignment to who you are, and that will allow it to flow in a way that's in alignment to who you are. So just be mindful of that and understand that money is an energy, and it's a physical way of seeing where your energy is going. Because your energy goes, that's unseen. You don't really see like, and like there's not like a ray that shows, oh, your energy is going here. This is how much energy you spent there. You don't get that. But with money, you can literally see, okay, this is where my energy is going. And if you treat it like that and if you don't see it as something separate, like, oh, it's money, but see it as energy, and you can track like, oh, look at your bank statement, like, where's my energy going this month? How much energy, where am I spending all my energy? If you treat it like that, that will change your relationship to it as well. And you'll be able to get it back in balance as far as financially, and allow the abundance to roll and allow the energy to get flowing and keep a nice flow going, and then it'll be able to sustain you. You'll be able to grow it and be intentional and create things for yourself and have experiences for yourself, and have a good life and create a good life. Hey, welcome back to Monday Magic, Cozy. No, the chat's working. I'm excited. We're rolling. Yeah, I feel called to pull an oracle card. But before I do that, Six of Swords. There's been a lot of night energy present. Oh, it's starting to rain. So if it gets too bad, I'll relocate. But there's a lot of night energy going on so far. And I feel like that's just telling us that a lot of what's going on right now is unseen. So if you feel like things aren't changing, or you feel like, you look around, things look the same, understand that they're not. And that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Like, say for instance, if you're a musician, there might be conversations being had about your music. There might be A&Rs and execs having meetings about your music right now. Like, like this guy's everything we're trying to do. Like, he's the future of music. Like, we got to go get him before anybody else notices. But to you, you might be, at that job, like, oh my God, this sucks. Wow, I'm late on this rent. I got this bill. I owe this person money. But it's like you have no idea that at that exact same time, it's all being worked out for you and everything's perfectly fine. And if you knew that, you'd be fine. You'd be in a great high spirits. You'd be attracting more miracles. You'd be experiencing a bunch of miracles because you're in a miracle state. But the illusions are keeping you using your power to feel like things are terrible, or feel like things are chaotic, or you're unsafe, but you're not. So understand that if that is your reality, that may be the case. So understand that, inject some play, inject things that make you feel good. Even though things around you might be making you feel like you can't do that right now. You don't have time, or you got to prioritize, the bills and the debt, and trying to make a way and continue to hustle. You'll sleep when you're dead. Like, understand that, hey, things may be working out for you better than you ever know. And you don't want to spend the time that you could be spending resting, honoring yourself, living a great life, being fearful and afraid of your experience, just to find out everything was okay. So do what you have to do what you feel called to do, but don't spend too much time in worry. Don't spend too much time pushing harder and forcing things that may not need to be forced or even need your interference at all. So like this rain, let it flow, man. Embrace it. Understand that everything's okay, and that everything will continue to be okay, and that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And you have so much support and things on your side, more than you can ever imagine. And I promise that, yeah, you're never alone, and that you have more things fighting for you than you could ever imagine. But hell yeah. Um, decisions. Knowing Florida, I feel like it'll pass, but I'm gonna head inside and then we can reconvene. So I'll see y'all in like 2 seconds. Well, hold on. Yeah, I'll see y'all in 2 seconds.